Here are 5 hot takes about filmmaking, AI, social media, etc. Literally hot takes, because after each one, I'm gonna be drinking a spoonful of hot sauce. So let's talk about it. Hot take number 1 is that Sony is the best camera brand. Now, before you go jumping down to the comments section, hear me out. I'm shooting this video right now on a Sony. I own Sony gear. I love Sony gear. Obviously, I'm going to think that Sony is the best camera brand. But here's the caveat. Whatever brand you shoot with, you should think that that's the best camera brand. And here's why. If you're constantly thinking, oh, I wonder if Canon is better. Oh, I wonder if Sony's better. I wonder if Fujifilm's better. I wonder if Panasonic's better. Then you're not going to be content with whatever system you're currently using. You should think that whatever system you're using is the best and works the best for you and for what you're doing. And until you hit that limit of like feeling boxed in by your equipment or needing to expand beyond that, needing something that another system offers that you can't get with your current system, then it's okay to start thinking about switching. But until then, you should totally be content with whatever system you're shooting that's getting the job done for you. So essentially, this hot take is that every camera brand is good, and yes, Nikon is no longer a potato camera, and you should be totally happy and content with whatever system you're using unless you feel like you need to switch to another system like Sony. All right, first hot sauce, let's go. This first one is Indian Tiger Blood hot sauce. The only problem with these little sample bottles is that it doesn't tell you the heat level, so this should be pretty interesting. All right, here we go. Spoonful going in. Ooh, it's kind of thick. Ugh. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. That's a back of throat spice for sure. That was a lot harder than I anticipated. I need water. That was quite the first one. Wow, that's at least like, I would put that hot on the hot scale. We'll go mild, medium, and hot. That is hot. I thought I would start with a mild one. All right, moving on. Hot take number 2. I hate social media. I think that over the last few years, social media has changed into something that really isn't what it initially used to be. It used to be about connecting with friends, actually seeing posts from people that you follow, getting to post real life stuff and just like, oh cool, they're at this place, or oh cool, they ate that for lunch. Now it's just become something that to me is stressful and just kind of builds anxiety in my life. And that's one reason that I haven't posted on Instagram or Facebook in like a really long time. I much prefer YouTube and kind of the atmosphere of the YouTube platform compared to like other, what I consider social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. I would put YouTube in a slightly different category. Let me know in the comments down below if you've started feeling differently about social media over the last few years. I'm interested to know how it's affecting you and if you can tell any differences in just that overwhelming anxiety and stressful feelings that you get from feeling the need to scroll and stay up to date on everything. I know that's something that personally was really affecting me, so I actually put in time limits on my phone to limit the amount of time that I'm on Facebook or Instagram. Let me know in the comments down below though, because I want to know how you guys are feeling about social media at the end of 2025. All right, hot sauce number 2, here we go. This one is Mexican style hot sauce. Really hope this one is mild, because I'm still dying from the first one. Okay, smells pretty strong, kind of vinegary. Wow. Okay. It's about as hot as the first one, to be honest. Back of throat spice for sure. Kind of has, I was expecting it to have more of like a Cholula flavor, because that's also like a Mexican hot sauce. It doesn't really taste like that. Kind of has a smoky flavor to it, and it has a little bit of like a lip spice. So it's back of throat and lip is where the heat's like really hitting you. Whew. Oh, that really builds afterwards. Wow. Okay, that's an after hitter. Hot take number 3 is that huge camera rigs are so overrated. Now, feel free to go spam the comments with all of your reasons why you need to rig out your camera. But I'm on the boat that says you only need to use the minimal amount of gear to get the job done. I feel like adding cages and handles and plates and rigs and rods and monitors and the whole works just kind of starts to get in the way of just actually getting the shots that you need to get and having a light setup that you can use for a longer period of time. Now, I totally get there are some instances where, yes, you need a microphone. Yes, you might need a V-mount battery if you're filming something that's really long and there's no way for you to power your camera. That's the only way you can do it. But in a general sense, I think you should just make sure that the camera you're buying has almost all of the features that you need and works the way you want it to so that you don't have to rig it out to make it overly complicated. I think most of the time, overcomplicating it to make a huge rig may make like one thing about shooting easier, but there's the overcomplicated part of remembering all the pieces, setting up the entire thing, which takes a lot of time, then tearing the whole thing down so that you can repack everything. I think just in general, it's better if you're able to film with a minimal setup. But let me know in the comments down below, because I know there's gonna be some of you guys that use rigs all the time and are gonna be like, oh, you're not a real cinematographer. If you don't use a rig, you don't know anything about real filmmaking. So feel free to go leave all those comments down below. All right, hot sauce number 3. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm actually getting sweaty just after the first 2. This third one is smoking Jamaican hot sauce. My nose is even starting to run. All right, we're doing a smaller amount this time. Here we go. They're all starting to smell the same at this point. Okay, I would give that one a medium to mild spice. Much more doable. Kind of has some really interesting flavors in there. Almost like a citrusy flavor, kind of mixed with like a smoky flavor. That one's honestly not my favorite, but at least it's not as spicy. Hot take number 4 is a little more of a serious hot take, and that is that self-promotion and building a personal brand, whatever you want to call that, will never actually be fulfilling if you're not serving and impacting others. I see so many people nowadays on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, everything, that is trying to build a personal brand. They're trying to promote themselves, but you can see through if they're really trying to actually help people, and if they're trying to, educate them, teach them, have something good that they're transferring, have a service for them. You can see through that whether they're actually doing it to help people or if it's literally just self-promotion. Because you can really feel that emptiness that's there, because promoting yourself without having a true purpose behind it will never be fulfilling. That's not how we were created. And the only way that you will truly find that purpose and fulfillment is, number 1, I believe, aligning with your kingdom purpose in the kingdom of God. But second, it's finding that way that you can impact people and actually serve people and have ways that, yes, I have a YouTube channel which you could call self-promotion because I am trying to, promote myself and my products and things that I do. But my underlying foundation for that is that I genuinely want to help someone. I want to help them learn, grow, achieve their goals, level up their skills, and ultimately I want to impact people in a positive way. So just trying to promote yourself and just get ahead based on the fact that you want to elevate yourself will never really bring that true deep fulfillment, because it's not serving other people. You will find the most fulfillment when you serve others. All right, hot sauce number 4. This one is Chuck's famous buffalo style hot sauce, red hot, from New York. Oh, this is really getting to me, y'all. I know you probably can't tell on camera. Oh, I need to shake it up first. Let's do this. Smells hot saucy. Okay, that one's good. More mild, so it's not near as hot. I would give it a mild spice level. Has a little bit of a buffalo flavor mixed with like that hot sauce flavor. Definitely vinegar based. And it's honestly not as buffalo-y as I thought it would be, and I love buffalo sauce. Not bad. All right, last one, hot take number 5 is that AI saves you time, but it doesn't save you stress. This is something I'll probably make a whole video about at some point. But let me know in the comments below, because I really want to know y'all's opinion about this. How do you feel about AI, especially how it's progressed just from the beginning of this year to now? I personally feel like the more I use AI, and I use AI a good bit, it does save me time, but I don't know that it's saving me stress, because I honestly feel more stressed trying to learn all the AI tools, to make sure I'm going through the AI process and pulling AI into my workflow so that I'm not missing anything, so that I'm covering everything, so that I'm researching everything to the best of, it can be with AI. I almost think that that's creating more stress. And there's also the stress of you don't know what's real anymore. You don't know what's true anymore. I'm second guessing everything that you see, every photo, every article, every video. I'm like, is it real? Is it AI? Did they fake this? Is this clip real? And it almost just adds more stress. And then there's the stress of like, we've got to learn all of the AI, we've got to know how to use all of it, or we're going to get left behind. We've got to do all of this stuff so that we can adapt and overcome and learn AI and robots. And so I personally just feel like at this point, since it's really the beginning stages of AI and the implementation of AI, I personally feel like it might save me time for sure on like research and titles and all of the cool stuff with, chat. Trimming videos with the AI softwares and cutting them into, yes, it saves you time. I'm not going to argue that point. But I just feel like it's not necessarily creating this like happier, more carefree life. I'm still just as stressed as I was before AI, if not more so. So let me know in the comments down below, because I want to know how you guys feel about AI. All right, last hot sauce. This one is Rio de Janeiro Carnival Habanero hot sauce. I left this one until last because I think it's going to be hot. I obviously thought the first one was going to be mild and it wasn't. I'm only doing a little because this looks spicy. This one smells a little bit different than the other ones. Here we go. Oh wow, that is very different. I kind of like it. It's not very spicy at all. I would give that one a mild for sure. Should have started with this one. Let me try it again. It has more of like a sweet flavor. Not as much of a smoky flavor like all of the other ones had. This one is more muted and kind of like a smooth roll off. Not bad. Anyway, this was 5 hot takes with some hot sauces. This was just a fun, different style of video that I really wanted to make, so I made it. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you have any hot takes about filmmaking, AI, gear, all this stuff. I want to hear your hot takes in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, YouTube thinks you might like this video right over here, so just give it a click and see if you like it.